just transferred this month's $1,000.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
You have a job, and you're still mooching off your brother? Doesn't that embarrass you at all?
There's actually a reason behind that money. My name is Keiichi Sato. I run Tokide, a small company that handles pre-shipment inspections and defect analysis in the manufacturing sector. We've got a pitch meeting with Waku Waku Factory coming up. Think you can pull together a proposal for the inspection process on their new product? This is the list of requests they sent over.
Got it. I'll have the materials ready and bring them to you tomorrow.
Thanks. That's Noa Izumi, my junior colleague and the person I rely on most at work. Oh, it's Noritoshi. Hello?
What's up, Keiichi? I just transferred this month's $1,000. Thanks for everything.
Thanks. I'll check it later.
By the way, I wanted to talk about the next project. So, can you help me set up a meeting time? I'd like to go over things sooner rather than later.
Sure. I've already briefed our contract on my end, and we've started preparing the materials. Once the meeting date's set, we'll be ready to move right away.
You're the man. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. But Noritoshi sounds like a really stand-up guy.
Yeah, he really is. Even though I keep telling him not to worry about the money or the work, he still checks in with me all the time.
We've got to do our best on this new job and make sure we meet his expectations.
Yeah, you're right. Later that night, Iroha, Ishin, you said you wanted to talk, but what's going on? There, Noritoshi's wife, Iroha, and her father, Ishin Sugaya. Noritoshi works as a sales rep at Waku Waku Factory, a manufacturer of industrial robotic arms run by Ishin.
You're getting $1,000 from Noritoshi every month, right? You have a job, and you're still mooching off your brother? Doesn't that embarrass you at all?
Iroha is a stay-at-home wife, so the more money he sends you, the less there is for their household. You do realize that, don't you? I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's actually a reason behind the money.
Huh? What kind of reason could possibly justify it? $1,000 is a lot of money, you know?
It's not like I'm just taking it. I'm planning to pay every bit of it back later. But I doubt my explanation will convince you. So why don't you ask Noritoshi for yourself? I'll talk to him about it too.
Fine, whatever.
But I'm planning to review both your relationship with Noritoshi and the contract with your company. So be prepared for that. I understand.
Did you actually go to Keiichi's place?
Of course I did. I get that you care about your little brother, but don't you think it's time you stopped spoiling him?
I'm not spoiling him. Keiichi runs his own company, and he's doing a good job.
Then why are you sending him money every single month? His company may be small, but he works hard too, so he doesn't need it.
It's not a handout. He signed a loan agreement, and he's gonna pay it back later.
I'm not interested in excuses. If you keep coddling him like this, I'll have to reconsider our marriage.
All right.
A few days later.
Up to now, we've focused on joint units for industrial robotic arms. But like I showed in the materials, the new version will have a built-in torque sensor, so the joint can shut down safely if needed. So, we'd like Tokide to handle the calibration and inspection for it.
Once the torque sensors are involved, it gets more complex. So we'll have to check everything very carefully.
Can I count on you?
Sure. We've come fully prepared for exactly that.
See, that's why I trust you. You guys are always saving the day.
Based on the materials you sent earlier, we prepared a few proposals. Mind taking a look?
Of course.
Excuse me?
What's going on? Ishin, Eiko, why are you two here?
Sorry to interrupt your meeting.
I heard Keiichi and the team from Tokide were here. So I came to inform you about our company's direction going forward. has there been a change in policy? From now on, we plan to handle the pre-shipment inspections and calibration work through our own department. So, we'd like to review our contract with Tokide.
Our accounting team compared the cost of working with Tokide versus doing it internally, and this is the conclusion we came to.
I see.
Wait a minute. How did this get decided without even talking to me when I'm handling this account? Running it in-house might sound ideal, but it's not something you can just pull off that easily. If you don't leave this to specialists, I'm sure problems are going to start showing up. The reason our products maintain their current quality is because Tokide thoroughly analyzes them.
Look, I know Keiichi is your brother, so maybe that's why you're objecting. But this is about the company.
That's not true. I'm not just defending him because he's my brother.
It's all right. I understand what you're saying, Ishin. If that's the direction you want to take, then we can end the contract. Good. I'm glad you understand.
Keiichi, are you sure about this?
I've been doing this because I wanted to help you guys out. But if we're not on the same page, then there's nothing I can do. We'll be withdrawing from Waku Waku Factory soon. So please take care of the paperwork and formalities. Got it.
Keiichi.
Thanks, Noritoshi. It was great working with you. We might be going our separate ways for now, but I'm sure we'll work together again someday. And just like that, Tokide officially ended its contract with Waku Waku Factory. But then, a few weeks later,
We got a report that one of the robotic arms that passed shipment inspection is drifting off position when it repeats the same motion at the client site. They say it's around 0.1 to 0.2 millimeters, but in a factory environment, even that amount of error can seriously disrupt operations.
We also got a report that a change in the wiring fixture position caused it to pick up noise, triggering alarms. Apparently, restarting it fixes the issue, but the line keeps stopping every so often, and the site's having a hard time with it.
how does something like that even happen? What's causing it?
The positional drift is most likely because the torque tools weren't properly calibrated during assembly. Tokide used to carefully calibrate the torque tools and verify the pressurization procedures, so mistakes like this never happened before.
They also standardized the wiring fixture positions with reference photos and conducted sampling noise tests. I believe the problem started once those processes were removed.
Seriously? You're telling me we're struggling just because we lost one customer? The department in charge simply needs to step up and do their job.
Why don't we try asking Tokide to help again? Industrial robotic arms are critical components. If more defects appear, it'll damage our company's credibility.
No, that won't be necessary. We've already ended our contract with them. From here on out, we're doing it all in-house.
I see.
We'll do what we can to deal with it, but...
Ishin is seriously underestimating Tokide and the technology they have. If things keep going like this, then I'm gonna...
Around that same time, as for us, man, we're really glad we brought Tokide on board. We haven't had any post-shipment issues anymore, and actually, customers say the motion's even smoother now. Really? I'm glad to hear that. Kirameki Factory had actually approached us about working together before, but since we're a small company, our resources are pretty limited.
Mr. Laboshi, your offer came right after we just wrapped up a contract with a major company.
Talk about perfect timing! I'm really glad I kept reaching out instead of giving up. But wow, ending the contract like that company really missed out. Actually, for the conveyor load sensors and the robotic arm joint checks we're doing here, we're working on some more advanced tech for both. We're almost finished with it. So when it's ready, would it be alright if we brought you a proposal? Of course!
We'll reach out as soon as it's complete. Mr. Laboshi seemed really happy about that.
Yeah, it feels good when someone truly values what we do. We had a lot of new technologies in development, So I was planning to propose them to Waku Waku Factory too. But that's all in the past now, and there's nothing we can do about it. Still, I hope Noritoshi is doing alright.
You're really sweet. That's exactly what makes you who you are.
You think so?
Still, yeah. I can't help wondering if Waku Waku Factory is doing okay.
Around that same time,
Ishi, I've decided to leave the company.
what are you talking about? I was planning to hand this factory over to you someday, you know.
The way you've treated Tokide and Keiichi, and how you keep downplaying their technology. Well, I can't ignore it anymore. I'm truly grateful that you thought of entrusting this factory to me. But ever since the contract with Tokide ended, the number of correction jobs has been increasing. And making me take responsibility for all that just doesn't feel right. I'd like some time to think about what comes next for me.
But if you leave here, what are you gonna do? Do you even have somewhere to go?
I know someone who runs a factory, so I'm going to apply for a position there.
I see. Well, I hope that decision works out in your favor.
Hey, it's me. Actually, I wanted to talk about that offer you mentioned before.
After Noritoshi left Waku Waku Factory, a few weeks later.
Mission, the production floor can't keep up anymore. We ship them out, then they get sent back as defective. We keep recalibrating them over and over, and the deadlines are getting worse.
Our relationships with existing clients are deteriorating fast. With the increase in defective products and Noritoshi leaving the company, more clients are ending their contracts with us and switching to competitors. Competitors? You're telling me there's a factory around here making robotic arms better than ours?
You haven't heard about it? Hiramaki Factory's robotic arms have improved dramatically, and people are saying their quality is now the best around. And apparently, Tokide is handling their calibration and inspection.
What? Noritoshi even changed jobs and joined Kirameki Factory. If we don't get Tokide to sign a contract with us again, we're finished.
We don't have enough technicians. And this is already beyond what we can deal with internally.
All right. I'll go speak with them. Keiichi, please hear me out.
We'd like to sign a contract with you again. Wait, what?
Ishin, Eiko.
Hello.
Your appointment is still over 30 minutes away, so could you please wait a bit?
Noritoshi, why are you here too?
I'm working in sales for Kirameki Factory now. I came today to discuss introducing some new technology.
New technology?
Keiichi, what's going on? You never mentioned anything about new technology. Well, that's because you ended the contract before we even had a chance to present it. Oh, I can't disclose the full technical details, but we've been developing new technology related to robotic arms and load sensors for conveyor transport systems for quite some time. This is the real reason behind the $1,000 Noritoshi's been sending me every month and what it's been used for.
I heard you went to Keiichi's place with Iroha and asked him if he wasn't embarrassed taking money from me when he already has a job. I gave him that money to help fund the new technology development. Technology that was eventually meant to be used for Waku Waku Factory.
But neither you nor Iroha were willing to actually listen. Well,
Both Keiichi and Noritoshi have been working their hearts out for your sake all this time. Yet you ended the contract on your own? And now you're struggling. You want us to help you again? Doesn't that seem a bit one-sided?
our company isn't very large. Right now, we are fully committed to Kirameki Factory, and we're also working to gradually expand into other areas. So, I'm sorry, but we can't renew the contract.
Well, how was I supposed to know if you never explained what the $1,000 was really for? It just looked like he was sending you money every month. And Iroha thought the same.
Iroha never even tried to hear the real reason from me. All she said was stop spoiling Keiichi, and she never wanted to talk about anything beyond that. That's why I decided to leave Waku Waku Factory.
Noritoshi, you're here, right? You said you were going to Tokide today, didn't you?
Iroha?
even if it's Keiichi's company. You can't just barge into another company's office during work hours.
What the heck is going on? Nobody told me anything about a divorce.
I realized I couldn't keep going with you or your parents anymore. You were the one who said you'd reconsider your relationship with me, remember? I'm filing for divorce, so stay out of our lives from now on.
No way.
Do you really think you can get away with this?
Yeah, you can't just suddenly say you want a divorce.
I can't stay with people who disrespect the things that mean the most to me, my family, and my work. If you try anything, we'll deal with it properly through the appropriate channels.
Given the situation, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now. Oh. After that, one by one, the hard-working employees started leaving, and eventually, Waku Waku Factory couldn't keep operating and went bankrupt. Apparently, Iroha got divorced and moved back in with her parents, and now the three of them are all out job hunting. Now that our company is gone, what are we gonna do?
We just gotta notice that they're cutting off the power. I thought I'd get to live comfortably as a housewife, but now I have to look for a job. I can't stand living like this anymore.
Meanwhile, on our side,
Keiichi, Tokiday's technology really is amazing.
that's thanks to your support. We've even hired more staff and started working with new clients.
We've gotta keep pushing forward.
I see. I'm glad to hear that. Work's important, but don't forget about your personal life too. Hey, are you two listening?
Huh? Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.